What's up, squad? It's your boy Knockout 360 here with another video for you guys. This is going to be a quick one here. I'm sure that all of you are aware of all the recent updates and new additions to the family Dodge has been making here recently. Everything from the new 2019 Hellcat that's coming out at 717 horsepower, and then the red-eye Hellcat, and then the wide-body Scat Pack and all that good stuff. And most recently, we've heard about a 2019 Hellcat Challenger Drag Pack, which is supposed to have an exclusive drag racing mode on the Uconnect system. And it's going to have, if I'm not mistaken, at about 727 horsepower. So that gives you, what, 3 Hellcat Challenger options right there? I mean, I'm sure all of which can probably work within your budget. I mean, everything from the regular Hellcat at 717 to the red eye at 797 to the drag pack at 727. One thing that I am noticing here, and I'm sure you guys are noticing as well, because I've been looking at the blogs and looking at Instagram and social media and things of that sort, is what's going on with the Charger. I mean, from the last that I heard of the Charger, it was getting new intake ports up at the front, which are going to give it better airflow. But as far as horsepower is concerned, if I'm not mistaken, correct me guys, I believe it's going to stay the same, right at 707. I think we're getting a new hood as far as the hood scoops are concerned. I think that it's going to do a bit of a redesign there, something new. As far as complete redesigns, as far as more horsepower, as far as a little more of this or a little more of that, or drag pack charger or wide body charger, haven't heard anything about it, guys, to be quite honest with you. And I'm kind of nervous here. And the reason I say that is because obviously the Charger and the 300 are two different cars. And, you know, one's a Chrysler. One's technically not a muscle car, the other one is. You know, a Charger being a muscle car, the 300 being more of a luxury, I guess, luxury American option, if you ask me, but it does come with the Hemi. If you saw what they did with the 300 line, phasing out the SRT trim, and I think they did that probably 2, 3, 4 years ago, something like that. I think they did that with like the second gen. After the second gen Chryslers, you saw what they did there with the 4-door. They completely phased out the SRT line. Now, I'm not saying that that's going to happen with Dodge, with the Charger, considering, you know, the Charger and the Challenger are comparable to one another, if you ask me. Everything from the different trims, the RT, Scat Pack, 392, Daytona, all that good stuff. I'm not saying that, but what it's looking like is Dodge is putting the Challenger out as their kind of flagship muscle car, their flagship performance car. That's really what it's really looking like to me, is that Dodge is putting the Challenger ahead of the Charger as their flagship muscle car. And it's probably because it is 2 doors. It's got more of a sporty look, I guess. Well, not even a sporty look, but maybe a muscular look, kind of an ode to the old muscle cars of the old days, you know. And it's one of a kind, which it really is, because there aren't many, if any, correct me if I'm wrong here, sedans, 4-door sedans that gives you 707 horsepower stock, right? My concern is that over time, they're going to put the Challenger so far ahead of the Charger that they may end up phasing out the Charger, you know? All the news that I've been hearing about is Challenger specific. I mean, the Challenger wide body, Scat Pack wide body, the new Hellcat, the red eye, the, well, I guess the upgraded Hellcat 707 with 717 horsepower, and now the drag pack option that they're offering with the Challenger. I mean, I'm not hearing anything about the Charger, and the modifications or the upgrades that they made to the Charger are, so, if you ask me, so insignificant and just kind of small, that it's one of those things where if you already have a Charger, a Hellcat, you'd be stupid to upgrade. You'd be real stupid to upgrade simply because of 2 new ports in the front, 2 new air intake ports, and then a new hood. That doesn't make sense. That's something that honestly you could probably pay to have done yourself, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, you can knock out the mesh grill for the fog lights, just knock that out completely, and now you got 2 wide open ports for more airflow coming down the line. Now, I do understand that these are what we consider refreshers, and I made numerous videos on that. But at the same time, I really just feel that we're being left out. I really feel like the Charger line is being left out. And I don't know if that's because, like I said, Dodge is pushing the Challenger line so far ahead as far as its performance kind of top of the line option. And I mean, every manufacturer has that one car that's its performance line. And I understand that everything from, you know, Mercedes-Benz with the AMG, the S-Class AMG, to BMW with the 3 Series, 4 and 5 Series, M4, M3 Series or whatever. I understand that, but at the same time, the Hellcat Challenger and the Hellcat Charger came out at the same time, so it's one of those things where it's like we're pushing both of these cars forward. and then thought Dodge threw a curveball when they came out with the Challenger Demon and didn't come out with the Charger Demon. Came out with the wide body Hellcat and didn't come out with the wide body Charger Hellcat. And now, you know, they're coming out with the wide body Scat Pack edition, but they're not coming out with the wide body Scat Pack for the Charger. I mean, Charger's not getting a wide body at all. And if I'm not mistaken, once again, correct me guys, but I don't believe the Charger Hellcat 2019 is getting any modification to the engine whatsoever. I think it's still going to put down the basic 707 horsepower. What's going on with the Charger line? Are they going to give us something new, or are they just going to keep it simple? I don't know. But it seems like every other day I'm hearing something new about the Challenger. I'm hearing something new about the Challenger line, the Challenger Hellcat. I mean, what, at this point they've got what, like 3 options now for 2019? The drag pack, the red eye, and then just a regular Hellcat. I mean, 717, 727, 797. And they say with the 2019 drag pack, it's actually going to have a drag racing option on it, which is going to come with line lock, which is going to come with launch control, which is going to come with all the kind of the necessities of a drag racing car that the Demon had. I understand that they stated that FCA stated that it's going to have up to 70% of the Demon components. You know what I'm saying? And they completely phased out the Demon at this point, but you know, they're coming out with the drag pack option for the Challenger, but nothing for the Charger. I mean, for guys like myself, like I really like the Challenger, and I told you guys in my last video that it is growing on me, but I've always been a Charger guy at heart. And I think when you're a Charger guy or a Challenger guy, you have respect for the other one, but it's not something that you can just change up, or, you know, either or. It's really not either or. It's really not, you know, whichever one you choose. It's specifically, I'm a Charger guy or I'm a Challenger guy. You know what I'm saying? Like you really like one, and you know, kind of respect the other because it's all a part of the family kind of thing. And I have nothing to say negatively about the Challenger. I mean, it's a dope car, and believe it or not, I actually took my car to get the oil changed today. So I actually did get to, you know, sit in and look at a Challenger Hellcat, and they had the Hellcat Challenger and the Hellcat Charger sat beside each other. And it's a dope ass car, but don't get me wrong, I'm always going to be a Charger guy at heart. Like, it's just something about that Charger, you know, that one light, that one racing tail light in the back that, you know, screams Charger from miles away. At the same time, I just feel like they're really lacking when it comes to updating the Charger line. Like, what are they going to do with it? Are they going to keep it as it is and just kind of leave it as a second performance vehicle, or are they going to planning something? Maybe 2020 is going to be a big year in the sense that we're going to see just completely new and incredible updates to the Charger line, because I know there are a lot of people out there that's waiting for it. Because me personally, with me being a Charger guy, I don't see myself upgrading until they upgrade the Charger line. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to upgrade to a 2018 and then 2020 comes around and they're like, hey, listen, we got a brand new everything else. And especially we're waiting on the 426 engine too, the 426 Hemi. We're waiting on that as well, which is going to make the 392 obsolete. You know, so I'm sitting back patiently waiting to see what they're going to do with the Charger line, if anything. Now, worst come to worst, and I don't think that this is even an option, but I mean, this is just something I'll present to you. There could be a chance that they phase out the Charger line as far as the Hellcat option altogether, and just make the Charger line like an RT, or maybe just a Scat Pack line, kind of what they did with the 300. I mean, the moves that they're making right now looks very similar to the 300. Like, they just took away the SRT trim in the 300, and I mean, going forward years down the line, they could do the same thing with Charger. This is just kind of a video I wanted to make with you guys. I know a lot of you guys are seeing a lot of Challenger updates and a lot of Challenger this and Challenger that, and the new the new Charger, which just has a little this and a little that, you know, an update to the front intake and a new hood, but nothing really to distinguish it from the previous generations. To be honest with you, looking at it, if you didn't know what to look for, it wouldn't see a difference. You know, they wouldn't see a difference whatsoever. And even with the Challenger line, I mean, even though they're coming out with all different trims, like the Challenger still looks like a Challenger, aside from the hood and the fact that it's a wide body now. You know what I'm saying? Wide body Scat Pack. But you know, just a little video I wanted to make for you guys. Talk to me. I want to kind of create some dialogue with this. Like, how do you feel about the moves that Dodge is making, and where do you think that the Charger will, you know, what do you think about the future of the Charger, the legacy of the Charger? Is there a future for Charger, or is it one of those things where we may give you one more run and then we're going to phase it out? I mean, talk to me. What do you feel? How do you feel about that? Just, you know, like, subscribe, comment as usual, guys. As always, I appreciate you for tuning in. Just a real quick video, kind of a Q&A session. I'm just curious, what do you think about the Charger line? Now, I know a lot of you guys are privy to more information than I am, which is why I make videos like this, because honestly, I want to know. You know, I'm not just here to make videos for the sake of making videos. Like, I want to know, like, teach me, tell me what, you know, tell me what's going on here, and tell me what do you think about the legacy of the Charger and the future of the Charger ultimately. Will they keep it around? Will they phase it out, at least the SRT Hellcat line? So with that being said, guys, as always, I appreciate you for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.